Rob and Slim Show. We are back with David, the producer, right, David?
Yeah, this is Matt Pinfield.
Oh, hey, Matt Pinfield. You're half an hour late, bro.
Yeah, really.
I blew you off because I didn't want to be the opening act for a shitty podcast producer.
At least the shitty podcast producer called us, and we're a shitty podcast. Dude, like, at least let me know. Slim, when we were outside, went through his Twitter, and he said, I'm at the Gramercy Ballroom, come meet me for whatever, whiskey shots and whatever. Yeah. Like, he had to have seen our tweets. He originally, when I first was tweeting him, he got back to me all the time, and like, just at least let me know you're not gonna be able to make it. Like,
we've had people blow us off on our podcast too, and there's always a reason, there's always excuses, there's always a reset up. So hey. You'll have him on.
Yeah, he better. Yeah, you hear me, Matt Pinfield? You better, bro.
Yeah, but fuck it, I'm off now. I was gonna, without Matt, I don't even want to be here. So.
I said before, man. I'm like, David's not gonna call now. No, neither is anyone else. What is your show, dude? It's the Unwritable Rant, right?
Yeah, it's the Unwritable Rant. It comes out every Sunday. It's a cool little podcast, man. We've only been doing it for about 30 weeks now. Yeah, I think it's 30 weeks, and it's kind of half where the host Juliette just tells stories. She's an author, so she tells stories, half of it, and the other half is interviews. So it's kind of cool.
Right. That's cool. Do you split the show up, or do you do where the show's half of her talking and half an interview, or do you post them separately?
Yeah, totally post them separately because it's weird to go into stories and then just hey, and then here's this guy.
Pete, our intern, he wrote for a while, but it was usually just his own duty he smeared on bathroom walls all over the tri-state area.
Vince Lombardi rest stop.
That was with a Sharpie.
One of them had a story with Governor McGreevey.
Yeah, ooh.
And that was at a rest stop.
That was a sexy time story.
Yeah.
I did listen to episode 29 of the Unwritable Rant. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought that's great that she's able to do that by herself. I could not do a solo podcast.
Oh, she doesn't. You're not on it with her, David? I didn't know if you guys went back and forth.
Dude,
or
I don't belong on a podcast.
Yes,
I'm
you
definitely
do.
a behind the scenes guy.
You have golden pipes, bro.
Yeah,
amazing voice.
But no, it was interesting. She kept me intrigued. Her stories were great. It was like a story about she went on a trip with like an ex-boyfriend to Jamaica or something and threw a jellyfish at him and like was taking mushrooms and all kind. It was actually really cool. It was a really interesting story, and she does a good job. Her delivery and everything is great, and it's also she's drinking like bourbon and whiskey. I think in that one she had rum.
I think you have to be an author. I think that comes with the territory. How did you guys meet, David?
Actually, we met. Let's see. 8 years ago now. The little secret is that we're actually married. So there's that.
Wow.
So.
All right, so you're her guy. She mentioned that she's with a guy now that she gets to travel with, and so you're that guy.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
Oh,
gotcha.
That's cool, dude. That's a Rob and Slim exclusive.
Awesome.
Yeah, my mother raised short kids, not stupid ones. She's a hot little redhead.
What did you work in like radio before this, or is this like your first time doing this kind of thing?
Oh man, totally flying by the seat of our pants. We had no idea how to even, barely what a podcast was. She heard a couple of Bill Burr's podcasts. She goes, you know what? I think I could do that. And I go, you know what? I'll go out and buy a setup. Let's see what we can do with it. And it's done really well. We're really lucky, super cool, lucky, dude. Especially for the guests we get.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I thought you guys had big guests. I saw you had Rain Pryor on. You had Anthony Cumia. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just the people that have said yes to us. We even say, why the hell would they? Why'd they say yes?
That's like some of my friends when I ask us, like, how'd you get that guest? And I'm like, I just asked them.
Yeah.
That's really all it takes, man. You just got to have the brass balls, and you just got to be persistent, and not be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, exactly. I've had some people say too, like, "What connections do you have?" None, dude. None.
Yeah, my connection is my phone, and I can spell these people's name, and maybe in Google, possibly.
Nice. And David, I was honored that you checked us out because what was it? A couple weeks ago, you tweeted that finally a good radio in the form of a podcast. I was like, that's awesome, dude.
Well, when I heard you guys were, fans of O&A and and your show's, a similar style to that. I just, I've been watching it every week since, man. I'm on the Ustream every week.
Awesome.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, brother. What did you see last week? We had the presidential debate. That was one of those shows. Even
nuts, man.
Right? Even the whole show was one of those just proudest shows. Even the one with the guy that we couldn't hear on the phone when we all covered our mouths.
We're just
There were so many good parts. I listened to bits and pieces this past week too, and I was just
So good.
It's crazy too. I don't know if you get this. Well, you're not on the show, David, but I get the point too where I said that or that happened. A lot of times it happens so fast you don't even remember it.
Oh, just some of the questions. Thank God that we're not a live podcast like you guys do your live thing, man. If some of the questions that were asked and some of the ones that were answered, you're like, "Oop, that's getting edited out immediately."
That's what I was gonna ask because when I was listening, I caught some of the edits. We don't edit, we don't cut anything out.
And that's just because Slim is lazy.
Because I'm lazy. I try to make excuses, and I like the flow of it.
I like an awkward silence moment or something.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that.
But I also don't want to sit through 4 hours of editing.
Yeah, it's a lot, bro.
Oh, you have no idea how long that editing process takes, man. I'd just be glad that you guys do yours live, man. And you know what? You're like pirate radio for this decade, right? It's totally new and different and cool. So
it's such a touchy time too. A lot of people say they love us because it reminds them of old school radio. But I don't think no one's doing that anymore, and people are just so afraid to be offensive.
Yeah, and that's the refreshing thing about it is that it's, and I think that you can even hear that on a lot of podcasts too, is that it gives people truly free reign to to say whatever the hell they want.
Yeah,
and,
that's it.
Who's,
You do.
Who's going to edit them? The man?
You don't have to be PC because nobody's in charge of you. And I remember when I worked in radio in the early 2000s, they even told us bad publicity is good publicity. So do whatever you can to get us noticed.
I think there are these guys, though, that go into podcasting and they start thinking and I want to get big, I want to get famous. I'm never going to get famous unless I'm PC. I got to be PC or nobody's going to accept me. And that's now you're just shit if you do that.
Oh, absolutely. I love it when, Juliette throws out an F-bomb or something like that on a podcast. You're like, hey, that's cool. I mean, it's like, who wants to hear everything that's just completely clean? At least I don't.
I feel the same with music, even, not that it needs to have curse words in it, but music, it doesn't have to be overly produced. It just needs to be its own thing. Imperfect can be perfect, just with music. Just do your own thing. Don't try to over edit it or auto tune everything.
I feel like when you start thinking what can I do that people are gonna really enjoy? How do I appeal to other people? That's when you start fucking up because you start overthinking it. And he's like, well,
and then too, you gotta appeal to everybody. If you want to appeal to somebody, you have to appeal to everybody.
So I like this.
And that's nobody wants to do that, And a lot of people, you can even hear it in some podcasts that you could tell that they're trying to hit on a topic that everyone can agree on, and everybody stays away from frickin' politics except for the political based podcasts, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
Another thing I love too is the political podcast, whether it's right or left wing, enjoys it when the other party is in office because that's when they get ratings. Rush Limbaugh gets ratings when a Democrat's in office, and vice versa on whatever else is out there. They love when the opposite party's in there because that's when they have all their material.
Oh yeah, they get the shine. Yeah, that's the best time for those guys. Mm-hmm. But thank God we don't do a political podcast. Oh, I'd be bored out of my fucking mind.
So now, is it all improv, or do you write for Juliette, or how does that work?
She writes an outline. Just
okay.
That's really about it. She just has a story that she wants to tell. But for the interviews, she does write out all the questions beforehand, and she may not use them. And you know how interviews go, that you'll write down a whole list of questions, but you end up going in this weird tangent, and you go down, 3 different rabbit holes, and you never know where you're gonna end up.
Yeah, dude,
You got that right.
It's crazy. I was gonna ask, did you when you got Anthony Cumia, did you just ask him and he agreed? Because I asked, I think his people, and they got back to me. They said, "What are your links?" I sent them our links, and they never got back to me, dude.
It's gone.
Oh, that blows. We actually got really lucky with Anthony because we kind of played a little bit smart too. Because what we did was the week before we interviewed Anthony, we had Robert Romanos. Do you know who Robert Romanos is? Damone from Fast Times.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, the best.
That's cool.
Oh, dude, I got a story about him. He would email me back and forth, and every single email that he sent to me, I would read as, "Hey, this is Mike the Moan." You know, you just hear that in your head every email that gets sent. He's awesome. Awesome guy.
Cool, dude.
But so we got him on, and I know how much of a fan that Anthony is of Damone. You know, he's always doing impressions of Damone and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
So I sent him just a quick, Twitter, just a tweet saying, "Hey, we're going to be interviewing Robert Romanos, Mike Damone. Do you have any questions for him?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, absolutely." So he gave us a great question for him.
Wow.
Then we followed up with him and said, "Well, how come you're not on our show?" And he goes, "All right, I'll do it." And it was like that easy.
That's
Jeez.
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's what I think. You got to get through to the person. Like, getting through to his people is like...
Yeah, who
Not
we
as
tried
good.
that with? Penn Jillette, I think we tried getting through
his
his
publicist, and then he was like, I even tweeted directly to Penn. Penn never got back to me, but his publicist said once we got bigger, to get back to them, and that's when I tweeted to him, and he still never got back to me. So
Yeah, it's catch as catch can. Some people like going through their people. Some people you can totally get to direct.
yeah,
Like Mike Price, who's the head writer for The Simpsons, and also what he wrote with Bill Burr, F is for Family.
oh,
that was
love
amazing.
Oh,
That was
dude,
really
I
good.
still haven't seen the whole thing, but I've thoroughly
you got it.
enjoyed what I
watched
have.
it twice.
Yeah,
Really
Jules
good.
finished it
Yeah.
too. My girlfriend, she watched the whole thing. It's not that long of a series either, she said, right?
Nah.
Like 6 episodes. I think.
yeah.
It's 6, yeah. It's
Okay.
only 6 episodes, and they're talking about a renewal. So it looks like they probably will get picked up as far as Mike knows. But I just literally went to his Twitter page and said, "Hey, we just had Haley Reinhart, who played the voice of Bill. She was on American Idol. Hey, Mike, you want to do the show?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, no problem, cool, great."
That's cool, man.
But dude, I got a great tip for you. If you guys have IMDb Pro, you paid like the $20 a month for IMDb Pro.
No.
No, I don't even know what that is, man.
No.
Dude, you can get to every single PR person, or even sometimes direct to different celebrities.
Wow.
And they have all the contacts for who you contact to get to those people.
Oh,
So it's
doing that.
awesome.
Nice.
Wow, that's
I'll
cool.
look into that.
Here's
Yeah.
a tip for the day, producer tip of the day.
That's awesome. Slim, you remember that? Because I've had a couple shots of cold cock whiskey, and I might not remember that.
I'm going to remember that. $20 a month, I could do that.
Yeah.
Well,
Hold on, I had something I was gonna ask, and wait, it slipped. Wait.
How do you come out of the closet?
How do you come out of that?
Not that you've done it, David, but Slim is trying to.
Oh,
Like,
no,
we want to know.
That's not true. I am a very straight man.
How do you get Matt Pinfield to call the show?
So, as the producer of the show, do you do the edits and the booking and everything, or what do you do?
yeah, I just do all the background shit. The web work, the website, the editing, finish up the record pieces, any of the post production, booking the guests, all that happy fun
Okay.
crap, right? Yeah,
That's like, I do the booking, Slim does the editing, almost. He does the
Almost.
uploading. It is a lot of work, especially when he puts it on, like, YouTube as well. Like, so
oh yeah.
I do the social media and the booking, and
It's
a lot,
descriptions,
dude.
and yeah, it's a lot of work.
oh yeah, the show descriptions is, even though that's a little thing, it does take some time.
It does take time, but I just do it in the evenings. I mean, I got a day gig, like just about everybody in podcasting is a day gig, so it's like just do it
Yeah,
at
that
night.
too.
Because
Can
no
you-
one's making money off this podcast. I'll tell you that.
Can you talk about your day gig?
I can tell you what I do. I can't tell you where I work. Unfortunately, that's why I don't have a last name on my profile.
Oh,
Okay.
No, I'm a VP of sales for a technology company out of California.
That's so much better than anything we do.
Yeah, really. It's probably better pay than all of us put together.
Yes, I agree.
Oh, money doesn't make you happy, but you can
Yeah.
It could sure buy a lot of hookers.
You're pretty fucking close to it, though.
You can get you close, yeah.
The old David Lee line.
Oh, that's great. What do you guys have planned coming up on your show?
Oh man, we've already recorded 3 interviews that'll be coming out in the next month and a half, and
cool.
Juliette won't let me tell anyone who they are, but I will tell you that the one coming up after next week is fucking killer.
Nice.
It's one of my favorite comedians. He's on Comedy Central now. I'll say that.
Cool.
That's all I can say.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
But he's awesome, awesome guy, and ended up talking to him just outside of Juliette, just like the kind of a pre-talk that we had for about 30 minutes. The guy just wouldn't, he seemed very lonely on the road.
That's cool, dude. I can't wait to check that out, man.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool stuff. But I think probably my favorite one that we've done is got to be Lisa Ann. Yeah, porn star.
Oh. Do you know her, Lamborghini? You are What's that?
I think I've seen.
If you've seen those Nail and Palin videos, that's her.
Have you, Slam?
I don't think I've seen.
I can't even make this shit up.
What are they now?
Nailing
She
Palin.
played Sarah Palin.
I guess
Yeah.
you could dress her up like Sailor Palin, couldn't you?
Yep.
That's amazing. I'm going to look that up right now and then play it during this interview.
Yeah, forget listening to the interview. Just look at the pics online. That's fine, man. I totally get it.
What are your favorite shows besides? Are you an Opie and Anthony fan?
Oh, huge.
Cool.
Yeah, more Anthony than the O and J show. I've been trying to give that a shot.
Yeah, I could never.
Not to try to, burst their
tried.
bubble or anything, but
I
yeah,
love
I'm just
Jimmy,
a huge
but
Anthony fan.
yeah, Anthony's cool, except for the side projects with the girl and the tranny. I don't know about that stuff. But
My
side
favorite
projects.
question, actually, I wrote this for Juliette, and I never write her interview questions. I asked her to ask him as the very last thing, what do you hate more, Twitter or Periscope?
Oh man, that's because.
oh, that's great! What
That's
did he
amazing.
say?
Wow.
Listen to the interview. You'll hear it. It's a great
Oh,
answer.
I have to tell you. I have to check
That's
that
a
out.
great
That's
question.
amazing.
That's good.
I wanted to find an update on his court case, but the last thing I found was that it was put off because the judge wasn't available that day. So,
Yeah, I haven't heard an update, but yeah, it's who knows what's going to happen with that stuff. Man. he just can't seem to keep out of trouble lately.
dude, I kind of see it as you're seeing him come unraveled. And Opie's losing his mind, but Anthony's just got so much, just not give a shit, and he's gotten so much money and power that he just doesn't give a shit in a different way, and he's just totally coming unraveled.
You had said what Jimmy had said about it, which is amazing.
Did you ever hear that, David? That years ago on the show, Jimmy just said he could picture going by Anthony's house one night at 2 or 3 in the morning, and Anthony just gets the front door, in his tighty whities, and he's got his gun on him, and he's just mouthing, "Help me!" And that's kind of what you're seeing, man.
We're seeing the slow burn of that right now.
Yeah. Dude, it's kind of sad, too, because it was such a great show when they were together, and, it's just that, I don't know, the unraveling. There was, Ron and Fez. I used to be a huge Ron and Fez fan, and Fezzy just, oh, my God, dude, I don't know what happened to that guy.
Yeah, it's. I still like listening to Bennington. I still, pick him up on Sirius, but man, it's the O and J show is just a little painful to listen to.
Yeah, I've listened to bits and pieces.
It's definitely rough.
Ooh,
I tried
man.
for a month because I was subscribed and I didn't want to cancel my subscription, so I was like, I'll keep listening, and I don't know. Opie was talking about tree houses at one point. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
way.
Yeah.
Oh my
He
God.
did an hour just talking about building a tree house or something, and I was just like, nope. I think I'm done.
The Opie
Wow.
versus Jimmy hour.
When he was a real jerk off to Jimmy that one time about the guest that had been on Anthony's show and then came on their show, and then it got awkward when she mentioned
Oh, the
Ant,
Esther
and-
Koo thing.
Is that her name? Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
Esther Koo.
he got really shitty with Jimmy. I was like, dude, that's just. And Jimmy kind of just seems like he's just in it for the paycheck because I would have walked, dude. If that was me personally, I would have walked right then and there or broke a lot of shit and walked, man, because that was really bad.
Yeah, that was.
I think you're going to see a lot of changes after the next contract comes out.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Sirius will keep them on. I don't know how they track their ratings because it's almost practically, impossible to do that on satellite. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe him and
Did
Fez will
you
have
hear
a
the
show.
blow up that they had? Him and Jimmy.
Which one was that?
I'm trying to remember what it was over, but I mean, they just had this huge blow up on the show, and it was like 2 months ago.
I heard one.
That was the one.
I just
I think that was the
No,
one we were
no,
just
no,
talking
that was
about.
he's.
Oh, it was a different one?
The one
Yeah.
we were talking about was an earlier one.
Oh,
No,
so
there was
that-
one that was 2 months ago that when Esther Koo come on and
When he told Jimmy he wasn't like good enough of a friend to
Yeah.
confide in him with.
That was it.
That
Yeah,
was the one,
yeah,
dude. That was
the
the
one
one,
that-
man. That was what I even messaged Jimmy personally. I'm like, dude, I know it's a paycheck, but you'll make money no matter what you do. Just get out of there, bro. And
We'll see what happens.
yeah. And Jimmy did say though that the next contract he would be. So we'll see, man.
Yeah, I just don't want to hear any of that shit on Rob and Slim. That's all. Yeah, you guys keep that shit.
We do
Keep it
it
straight.
Yeah. Yeah, I've said though. Yeah, if anybody's gonna go the queer Opie way, it's Slim.
Nice.
He'll go batshit nuts. Going
Right.
crazy on you.
It's gonna be Rob and Pete
Rob and Pete.
forever with
Nah,
intern.
you need a
Mike.
drinking partner. That's not going to
With
work.
intern Mike. I got a promotion.
Oh shit! Oh, David, damn, dude, we have to wrap this up. But where can everybody find you guys?
You can find all the social media stuff, and and of course the podcast itself at the Unwritable.rant.com. You can just find it all out there.
Awesome, dude.
Cool. Thanks for having me on, guys. Man. It was a
Thanks
blast.
again for coming on, man. Great talking to you.
Take care, man.
You
Take
too.
care, David.
Later, man.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a break and we will be back
Why is it? Oh, there it is. You got to see
with
the picture.
Rucka Ali.
With Rucka Ali. You have to see the picture of Ryan post.
Oh, I can't
actually
wait.
posted it on the
Amazing.
show page.